Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I am Adam McCullough, and Manchester United have ended their pre-season tour of the United States of America with a 2-1 victory over Real Madrid. The goals coming in the first half from Alexis Sanchez and Ander Herrera. Karim Benzema scoring for Real Madrid just before the break. There were no goals in the second half, in a half that was dominated by the Spanish side, the European champions. But Manchester United held on for the victory and ended their tour with a victory against Real Madrid in Miami. And United now leave the States for Manchester ahead of that friendly with Bayern Munich in Munich on the weekend. So Manchester United end the tour with a victory, and it was a much more pleasing performance, particularly in the first half. The second half, not so much, but I was happy with that, and I'm sure all the Manchester United fans that stayed up for the game or were up at whatever time enjoyed the match as well. There were a couple of positives for Manchester United in today's game. The first positive that I'll come to was Alexis Sanchez and Juan Mata. Over the tour, those two have seemed to have picked up a little bit of a bond. They know where each other are going to be. They were involved in both goals. Mata's fantastic pass, or was it Herrera? It might have been Herrera, who found Darmian, and Darmian cut it back for Alexis Sanchez with a great finish. The second goal, Mata and Sanchez were definitely involved. Mata found Sanchez, Sanchez found Herrera. It was a great team move, and of course, Herrera finished the goal to make it 2-0 to Manchester United. And I've got to say, Alexis Sanchez is showing the benefit of a full rest, a full pre-season, and I think he's going to be, in fact, I know he's going to be a lot better for Manchester United this season than he was in the 6 months that he spent here last season. So, in terms of Alexis Sanchez, Juan Mata, that was one positive. I feel like those two have grew a little bit of a bond on this tour, and Alexis Sanchez's form is something to be positive about going into the new season. I see you guys in the comments speaking about Fred as well. I see Marcus saying Fred was very good. And Fred was, I'm not going to say he was amazing, he was well, any of that. But what you saw from him today was very pleasing. Some of his threaded passes into the final third were great to see. One of his tricks whilst Real Madrid were in the final third, to retrieve the ball and take the ball out from defence was good to see as well. And it takes confidence to do that. And there's a lot more to come from Fred. But the first impressions of him, his first start for Manchester United today, were very good. So a lot more to come from Fred, but nice to see from him. Him and Herrera picking up some sort of bond. We may have to rely on Herrera, Pereira, and of course Herrera, and Fred for our first game against Leicester City. So interesting again in terms of that performance from Herrera, Fred and Pereira in the midfield, because McTominay seemed to occupy a position in the defence, and he was like the left centre defender, and him and Bailly kind of fell asleep for their goal when Benzema got through. Benzema bagging the goal. It was a clinical finish from him which beat David De Gea. In the second half, Real Madrid were all over us, and it was a test. You could tell United were tiring. They brought on the likes of Cruz, Asensio, Isco, Nacho, etc. They had plenty of players coming off the bench. United had the likes of Demi Mitchell coming off the bench, James Garner coming off the bench, Axel Tuanzebe. So Real Madrid could obviously call upon much more experienced players. They're at an earlier stage though in their pre-season, so we can't take this result. You know, we can't start jumping on the rooftops and saying United beat Real Madrid. Oh yeah, we're going to win the treble. Nothing like that. But what we wanted to see from this game was building confidence, building rhythm, building positive habits, building relationships on the pitch. And I think when you look at that starting lineup, David De Gea in goal, he's going to start against Leicester. Darmian possibly going to start against Leicester because Valencia and Dalot are injured now. So we may wait until the English transfer window closes and sell him later on in the transfer window, obviously when an Italian club can still buy him, and just keep him because Valencia and Dalot are injured. Shaw likely to start that first game. Bailly likely to start. Fosu Mensah, possibly not. You look in the midfield, Fred, Pereira, Herrera, likely, possibly going to start that first game against Leicester. Mata Sanchez, likely to start. I've left out McTominay. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. I don't think he'll be starting the league in that central defensive position. I don't think he did particularly bad. He didn't disgrace himself or anything, but we don't want to see McTominay in central defence. So it was good to see, especially in the first half from Manchester United. Second half, we didn't get on the possession. We didn't get on the ball. We didn't bring the ball up to Mata and Sanchez enough. And that good link-up play that we got to see in the first half, we didn't get to see that in the second half. Adam Brady wants to see Fosu Mensah at right back. What do you guys think in terms of right back? Who do you think should play there? Obviously, Matteo Darmian's situation is very, very interesting because is he going to leave Manchester United? Is he going to go away and find a new team in Italy? There's been a lot of rumours to that, so it could be the case. But at this moment in time, United probably need him. Shaw was good, very impressive, says Timothy. It's been good to see Shaw getting a run of games, proving his fitness. He's not been perfect in every single game. You don't expect that in pre-season though. But what you do expect is for the fitness to be building. And I think Shaw's shown that. He played 90 minutes today. And it's good to see from Luke Shaw. I hope he starts the season well. I hope he proves to Jose Mourinho that he don't have to call up Ashley Young to be our left back. Because, look, we all love Ashley Young, quality squad player. But we don't want him to be our first choice left back. And if Luke Shaw can rediscover the form that we know he can, then Manchester United are in a better position because of it. Because we'll have one of the best fullbacks in the league. So it's good to see Luke Shaw proving his fitness. He hasn't proven his, whether he's good enough for Jose yet. But hopefully he can do that in the season. John O says Twanzebe looks sharp. Nick comments on Vinicius' performance. Adaria says Darmian's been good this pre-season. Darmian's better at right back, says Junaid, and totally polarising opinions. Steve says, I hope Darmian leaves. Jevin says we really need a centre-back and Shaw lacks a football brain to play at the highest level, says Juvenile. Sanchez and Lukaku up top, bring back front two, says Zayn. That's only really possible if we play like a back five, isn't it? It's only really possible if we do that. It's bedtime for Shadow Sniper. We should sign Sessenon. The Munich game is going to be interesting how we take that one. Now Manchester United are travelling straight back to Manchester after this game, so they're not spending any time in Miami. Who will we have back? Will we have anyone back additional to the squad for that game in Munich on the weekend? Fingers crossed we do, but we probably won't. So if we can, that would be great, but we're probably going to see a similar team start, maybe a few more youngsters in it, but we're going to have to start looking towards what is going to be our first team, maybe for 45 minutes on the weekend for Friday, because we need to be ready for that game. And look, the result doesn't matter. We could have conceded late on against Real Madrid, and I'll still be saying the same thing. It was good to see that first half performance because that should build a little bit of confidence. Anthony says Herrera for captain. He's been saying it for 2 years, and Rajat says he's gassed. Lindelof should be back, says Adam. And Darmian needs to go, says Marcus. Why didn't Jose make that much subs like Madrid, says Dean. I think he's aware that the season's coming closer now. He's also aware, he probably doesn't want to destroy any confidence of the younger players. But I think it's more to do with the fact that the season is edging very, very close now. We need to give players that are likely to play and maybe just push them to that edge a little bit. Like in this game where they would have been getting tired towards the end of the game. That's how you get fitter, by pushing yourself to the edge. So, yeah, all in all, I think it was a decent run out today for Manchester United. Let's not get carried away with the result, but decent run out. Some good signs. Alexis Sanchez, possibly my man of the match in the first half for Manchester United. In fact, yes, he was. Although I think Juan Mata was good as well. Alexis Sanchez looks like he's going to be on fire this season. We need Sandro and Alderweireld. So Sandy, probably not going to happen. We've got about 9 days left of the transfer, 8 days left of the transfer window, something like that. We're not going to have that in the end. Corby, thank you for your comment. Darmian was very poor, says Ricardo, although he did set up the goal, but you judge a defender on what they do defensively. Get hitting that like button. We see we got 100 likes, but we got 540 people watching. So get hitting that like button. Solomon Key says Bailly was top. And will this be the starting 11 against Leicester, says Zayn? Probably not. I'd take McTominay out, put a centre-half, or take McTominay out, put a centre-half in. You probably won't see Fosu-Mensah starting. Bring Martial in. Play Martial, Sanchez, Mata, Fred, Pereira, Herrera, and then Shaw, Darmian, Bailly, Smalling, Lindelof. I don't know who's going to be centre-half, and De Gea in goal. That is what I'm saying at the moment, but who knows what will happen, how things will change. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It's been great to have you all here. Remember, we'll be covering the Bayern Munich game as well on the weekend. And then it's the build-up to the Premier League season, which is going to start. And guys, I know you may not be happy with transfers, with Mourinho, with players, with whatever. But one thing you can be happy about is the football season starts soon. And you just got to love it, innit? The football season's back. That's all that matters. Whether you're winning, losing, drawing, moaning, crying, celebrating, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because that's what we love. Football and Manchester United. So let's enjoy it, and we'll be covering it all here on Full Time Devil. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and share and subscribing. What were your thoughts on Alexis Sanchez, who's been very good this preseason? What were your first impressions of Fred? Of course, Fred put in a decent shift for United today. Andreas Pereira, should he be starting that Leicester City game? And let me know your thoughts on everything we've discussed today. Anyway, I've been Adam McCullough. I'm out of here. Oh, by the way, I'm going live over on Adam McCullough TV as well. So feel free to join us at youtube.com/Adam McCullough. Watch Full Time Devils, subscribe, like, share in a bit.